Okay, this is what's on my desk video day, and I've never really done one of these. So I thought it would be a fun one to start, and let's just go with it and see what we can come up with. So I wanted to show you some of the things I was working on yesterday. I have a binder that I made for myself that's all about working on your mental health, emotional health, just working on yourself kind of a thing, showing yourself some love and attention, and we definitely all need that now more than ever. And if you don't feel that way, then you are a rare bird. So rare human, let me just say that. So I have this binder, and I have the front cover done. You've seen me do my Happy Mail binders before, and that one was really easy, but the back binder always gives me a little bit of a hiccup because I forgot something every time. So here's the front binder. All you need to do, take your 12 by 12, cut it down, put it inside, and you're done. And this is so beautiful. Again, this is from that Fruit Paradise collection from Prima Paper Collection. And so it was like, you know, it's done. But the back one, I always forget about these rivets. So I had my piece cut. I used this front one as a guide. And then I get it ready to go into the pocket. And what do you think happens? The rivets get in the way. But after I had this all put together, it turned out so pretty. I just love all the colors going on and the shapes that I decided to go with. So I have a scallop punch that I used here, and I just took different papers from the collection using it's double-sided. So one side, this was a print on one side, this was a print on the other side. Same thing with here. So I just mixed and matched it up, took some book pages, stamped on them, tore them out, inked them up, and then inked all of these as well. And then I used my Friend and Cherish stamp here, and the one that says thanks that has gratitude on it. All right, so then I just kind of like in a collage design all over the paper, filled in the spaces, and did it in a block pattern. So this stamp, you know, cornered with this stamp, and then I was trying to do that, and then filling in the spaces as I went along. And then I decided I didn't want it just to be all the words, so then I filled in the open spots with these little die cut punches. Okay, so this is going to be saved, and I will be purchasing more of these binders to use for my Happy Mail gifts, which I still have a lot more to go and to send. And then every year as well, if I come up with some other new project that I'm working on, then I want to use it for myself. You know, I'll save it for that. But otherwise, I'm thinking I'm going to put this in the front cover of a Happy Mail binder that I'll send to a friend. So that being the case, I just wanted to show you that real quick. It's real simple and easy to do. You can see, again, what I did on the paper. You could do this technique on any size paper. Okay, so I'm going to set this over to the side and then show you what I was wanting to work on today. All right. I have this map page, and I just cut it out, sewed it onto a piece of white cardstock, and it's just been in my stash, just waiting to be used, something to be done with it. So since I was already making those cute little journal binders, Happy Mail gifts, and I thought, well, you know, let's you know, expand on this whole thing. So I'm looking at this, and I said, all right, so even though this is the direction of the wording, but you have Arizona here, Nevada here, so I thought, okay, if I fold it down like this, and then I can make it into a journal, and then this can go into one of my binders. And then some tags that I had, and I was playing around with, wanting to make some tags, and so I had my, what do you call this stuff? It just went right out of my mind. Can you believe that? All right. doily. Thank you. Thank you, brain, for working. So I took the doily and I had just a plain die cut that I punched out, and I glued it, as you can see, onto, and then just trimmed it out. Whatever went over the side, I trimmed that off. So I thought, okay, I want to put something, one of these, not this particular one, but just to show you what I'm doing, what I'm working on, what we're going to make. So we're going to make some of these. So we need some doilies. This is a 7-inch doily. You know, I don't know, it's like more lately I'm finding my brain is doing that. It's just like freezing up on me. And I'm like, okay, what are we doing? So I got to work on the little brain. Something's out of sync up there. And I only eat organic meat, just to throw this out there to you, because studies have shown that it's certain red meats are causing the Alzheimer's and stuff like that. Anyway, so among other things, I'm sure. So I have this pretty paper here. I liked that. I was thinking that would really be pretty with the white doily. Isn't that pretty? So if I punch out a scallop, and then I use this on one side with this is rose. You see how that's picking that up there? So that's really pretty. And then I want to have some of my word sentiments. So we're going to use one of the word sentiments. It may not be this one, but something similar. And we'll make some more hidden paper clips and another journal. So and this was the book page that I stamped, and then inked. So that was part of that, what I was working on yesterday. So, you know, I'm working on just picking out, like I said, what was on my desk. This is a great piece that I can put after I stamp a word, which I use it on the book page. So I'll take a book page that has this blank area, and this is where I stamp. Then I tear it out, and then I put it on a piece of cardstock. Okay, so this was a 3x5 index card that I saved, and that's the piece that I was cutting out with my scissors. Okay, this was from the collection that I did yesterday. If you haven't seen that video, you can go back and watch when I made the little 2-pocket his and her journal set, which was an anniversary gift for a friend. So I'm going to save this paper. So I just have all these different papers. I have some plain white cardstock, this beautiful dogwood flower, and this cherries, and the tropical, beachy, Florida themed papers. Okay, so and then this solid that I was stamped all the words and inked up yesterday. And then this piece here that's left over, I'm not really sure if this can be used for anything, but I'm thinking, since I love the metallics, that I was going to just somehow cut out these little areas of metallic and incorporate little smidgens of that in, and then making the hidden paper clips. And then I saved over the papers that I had left over from when I make the journals. So all of these are the scraps that were left on my desk. And so I thought, well, let's get in here, and while my lunch is cooking, and see what I can come up with today. Because now that I have my new phone and I'm back in business with making my videos, this is what I need to do. This is definitely, and then I get out in the afternoon in my backyard, and my gazebo is screened in, just very nice. All the birds start to come to the feeder, the squirrels, and I can just go and chill out. It's a beautiful day weather here in Florida. So I'm not bragging, but we're having beautiful weather here in Florida. You're welcome to come visit. Camp out in my backyard. You have a tent, you can pitch it. I don't know where you go to the bathroom, but other than that, you know. Anyway, I'm kidding. I'm only kidding. So, but wherever you are, I hope you're staying safe, and I hope you have electricity and all of that good stuff that we are finding. We are so spoiled, and we can't live without these things. we have to figure out how we can do it. But we better start coming up with some options really fast. All right, so let's go ahead and take this. Let's go ahead and fold it. Let's make a little journal out of this. And then I'm going to decorate the front of this. Can't just leave it plain and solid like that. So we're going to come in here and we're just going to start taking some of these elements that I have off of the table and see what we can come up with. So I'm actually I'm excited about it because I've never ventured to do this before, of just working with what's on my desk and trying to figure out what can I do. I definitely don't like that orange, even though this has got some orange here, but it's like, it's just too much, isn't it? Ugh. You know, that's, as an artist, you know when the colors speak to you and when the colors you just scream at you and say, don't do it, you know, and that's what that one was doing. Now this might work out all right. I love the pinks. It's picking up the pinks, so I could cut off a little bit here, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to use this whole thing, so this piece of aloe here is going to be, that could be covered up. So that might work. Let me just go ahead and cut him off. So these little cards here, okay. And then this piece here, I even like that. So it's like this is a map. So a map within a map. So something like that could possibly come into play. I'm thinking the flowers, I mean, even though, you know, that could also be an option. But it just seems like it's just a bit too busy. All right, so let's go ahead and, do I want to use my decorative scissors here or just round the corners and then have a word sentiment on here somewhere after I figure out which one I'm going to use. I've already been, excuse me, inking up on this side, so I may come in with with this piece. I do have some of these little page topper pieces, smidgens of those. I could come in with one of these. Just giving me options. What do I want? What can I put? Just go ahead and cut this down, and let's start with the back and the base of it. So right now we're just building the cover of this journal. So this is going to be a little journal, and this is going to go into a pocket of one of those that I've been making. So I'm on that kind of a kick right now. I just like that. All right, so now we're just going to go ahead and make all the edges decorative. Might as well, we're here doing it, so let's just go with that. Sometimes when I'm doing a video, I will have in mind what I'm going to do, like, you know, when I did the hidden paper clips and the journal, the Happy Mail thing, and so then when I go to get the title, that's not a problem. But in this case, it's going to be a little bit of a other way around. It's like, okay, we're doing the video, and then after we're all done, then we can come back and say, I'm trying to cover that up if you're noticing what I'm doing. I don't like that color coming out there like that. So this looks good. I like that. I think that's really cute. And then, like I said, the word sentiment. Now I'm thinking, okay, I have, all right, if I'm going to stick with my, I don't know if I'm going to stick with my anniversary. Okay, this says grateful. I could put it here, and I do have it already stamped here, but I don't know, it just seems like it's a little too big. I don't know. What do you think? Is that okay? Does that look good? Maybe do some more inking on here. I just don't like the white, too much white going on. And I take my sponges dry and use up what was there from the day before I start inking it up again. So you see what is I'm able to get off there. Just very, 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 very pale, but it's just perfect, you know, because I don't want to go in with a bright, overpowering colors. The edges are already very, you know, defined, so I don't need to have more coming off of there. All right, so let's get this back into place where we had him before. Get the little wicker chair where we want it. Okay, see now, just that little bit is all it takes, a little bit of a change there. And you know what I'm thinking? Just to add some interest. And this is how we work. You know, this is how we roll as artists as well. I am thinking, let's put 2 eyelets in the corners of those. Beautiful brass eyelets. Okay, I'm thinking, do I need which size do I need? That's a good question. Let me see. Okay, that fits in there. And that obviously doesn't fit in there. Okay. Alright, now the eyelet setter and me are not the best of friends, I'll just tell you that. Oh, did pretty good. I found what was part of the issue I was having is I was not putting enough pressure. I get, you know, I thought, you know, like right here, but then you got to squeeze on down. Yeah, see, it didn't do it. Oh. Huh, it's not even wanting. Now this one did good, but see this one isn't wanting to, it's folding over, but it's not. Alright, well it seems like it's enough, but it's definitely looser than the other side. But I just wanted to do it for interest. Not anything else. That's just going with the decorative element of it. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. See, but now, see what's going to happen? It's going to... let me see. All right, so let's try a different bottom setting. This is a part I never can figure out, is which side is supposed to be. All right, let's see if this one does any better. Okay, that seemed to do better. Okay. Good. Wonderful. Happy with that now. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay. You know, just something is like, you know, there's no right or wrong thing here. And so now we can just take and go ahead and glue these into place. And hopefully my glue will not erupt all over the place. I'm going to use the Aleene's tacky glue. Alright, so I'm going to move it off of there because if it does erupt on me, I won't have to get it all over the project. When the sun shines in this window in the afternoon, and I found that it puts pressure on the glue for some reason, and then it just spews out the top. So I've had a lot of fun with that. Getting all over the place. Okay. So this color is picking up this color here, and then of course all this is picking up the pink over here. So, and then it's like this is a darker orange, it's getting the orange from there. So I think this is a really good color. And now we're going to come in. I'm not going to sew any of this on the machine. I usually always try to find how I can put something, you know, sew on the machine. But in this project, we're not going to do any sewing. So for all of you who don't sew with your projects, then you're going to love it because it doesn't require any sewing. And we're just going to put little dots. I'm not going to go wild with this. Trying to stay on the paper. And this is why I like to use the wax paper, because I can then put it down and mush it into place where I want and not get glue all over me. Now, if you wanted for more interest, you could run twine through here, tie a little bow, but I'm not going to do that either. Just going pretty basic today. Again, just working with what's on my desk. Not that I can, you know, bring that in, but I'm just going to leave it like this. And I don't usually do a lot with the eyelets, so I'm trying to incorporate what I have in my stash more into my projects. And I have a lot of brads, I have a lot of eyelets, I have tiny eyelets. I don't know what I'll do with the tiny eyelets, but it seemed like these bigger eyelets. Okay, so there we go. So there's our base for the journal. Looking pretty good. I'm happy with that. Again, this is the journal, so it's not a card. And what do people do with cards anyway? Toss them. And, I mean, maybe people do keep them, but where do they go? They wind up in a box somewhere, you know. So I like to make journals because that's something people will use longer and have around and have on hand for a little bit longer. Okay, so I'm going to just make a little mark here. I want to come in under the flap. Come over here and come in even with my pencil mark there, so you can see that. And I'll just make a little pencil mark here. And then when I go to cut it, I can line it up. And then over here, another little pencil mark. There we go. Okay. Oh, okay, so this side is not anything I want to use, but this would be nice. Okay, so let me get this trimmed and I will be right back. All right, so finished the journal. Paper, took it over to the sewing machine, sewed it right down the middle. Now we have a perfect little journal. So I went through my cardstock and I found this other map paper. So this is going to be the holder for the journal. And in this particular one, I will put in one of my minimalist wallets, which is a mini wallet. It can be used for credit card holder, coin purse, business cards, contact cards, whatever you want to put in it. And I sell those in my Etsy shop, and you will find the link in the description below. So by the time I get this all finished today, I will show you the mini one that will go inside of it. I do have one of my regular size wallets. This one says "Be Courageous," and it just holds your money lengthwise or whatever you want to put in there again. And so then it snaps back closed, and it's hand stitched, laminated, and I sell these in my Etsy shop as well. So you can find those there. I still haven't picked the word sentiment, but that's okay. So now remember how we made this in the other video. So it's just a few folds, and we make a nice little cute holder for our journal. So let me see what this measurement of this one is. It looks like it's a 12 by 12, but I just want to double check it before I start folding. Okay, so 12. Yes, okay, so I have a 12 by 12. I don't want to mess myself up. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do is thinking, do I want to fold it? Because okay, so when we get ready to fold it, this is the way I have to think about this first of all, because the direction of the wording. So if I fold it like this, then it's going to be folded. Yeah, and then okay, what do you think? So if I fold it this way, and then this piece goes in here, and then this piece would come over here, and then this piece would fold closed this way. Okay, this is what we want. All right, so you're going to fold it in the middle first. When you have a directional paper, always think it through first, because then it will turn out the way you want it to be. Okay, so fold it here, crease it there. Open it back up. Fold this side in to the fold line. Crease it there. Fold this one in on its fold line. I want to give yourself a little bit of a space. Crease it there. And then these are the two that we open up, and then we put the washi tape here. Okay, now we're going to fold it this way. And then we'll have formed our two pockets. Just that easy. Okay, then we're going to embellish this. And we're going to embellish this. Okay, so what you do here is you take this corner, and once you get your washi, so let's get the washi done first. I think, does it matter? No, I don't think it matters. Okay, so let's go ahead and fold this corner over. Fold this corner over. Turn it around, do the same thing with this end. Makes it easier if you just turn it. For me, anyway, this is the way that it does the easiest for me. Okay. And those of you who are in my private crafting time, that comes up tomorrow, February 27th, you would have received an email already. So we do a live Zoom crafting class. It's by invitation only, and you can find out more information about that on my Instagram channel, which is going to be in the description below. Okay, so now we have our card base, and the little journal fits right here in the pocket. Perfect, perfect. Okay, so we'll have the journal in one pocket, and I'll have the little wallet in the other pocket. So we're going to make it just, make it a little bit different. And so now let's get the washi. Again, very easy. So we have our journal. We already know we want it. We're going to do a hidden paper clip. So, but let me go ahead and get this started, and we'll then get to the hidden paper clip. Lots of fun. I'm going to go ahead and just cut this piece the length that I need it. Work with what's in front of me instead of going Going on the other side. Okay, so the washi is going to go here. Going to use a glue stick. You don't need any heavy-duty glue. I use the Scotch brand. And I hope if you enjoy this video, you'll subscribe to my channel and also leave kind comments that make sense. Some of the comments people leave don't make any sense at all, so like, why did you do that? So once we hit the 400 subscriber mark, we're at 378 last time I checked, and we'll do our 400 subscriber giveaway. If you want to find out what kind of things I give away, then go back and watch my previous giveaways. You'll see a 300 subscriber, 200 subscriber, 100 subscriber, and you can find out. So I'm going to mix it up now. It's going to be a mystery. I'm not going to tell you anymore what I'm going to give away. I'm going to wait until I actually reach that next milestone marker, which is 400, and then 500, 600, etc., etc., etc. And then I'll announce once I hit it what's going to be given away. Okay, so should I round these corners? I'm looking at that now. I don't remember if I did it on the other one, but let me see if I can do it. Let's see, can I do it? Should have done it before I got to this point, but yeah, for whatever reason, I'm just not liking that being so sharp. It's tricky, but it can be done. Yeah, I just like that better. Next time, round the corner before I glue it down. And if you're following along on our daily text challenge for February, it's coming along really well. You can see updates on how I'm doing on my Instagram channel as well. I started us off here on my YouTube channel, but then I'm doing all the updates on my Instagram. So the majority of us are doing it on there, so that's why I'm not going to just keep posting it here. And I decided to come up with a challenge of my own for March. So if you want to find out what that is, then stick around to the end of the video and I will announce it. All right, so now we have this. We have this here. I'm going to ink all this, but I'm not going to do it with you. I mean, it's just time consuming. I don't want to do that. So now let's figure out, okay, so first thing we want to do is go ahead and glue down these corners. And cardstock to cardstock, you need to hold it for just a minute. Seconds, really, so that it gets it, glue's trying to ooze out on me. Like I said, it had been doing. I haven't gotten a new piece of wax paper out in a while. When I had to get my new phone, and I couldn't make videos for about a week, so then I was kind of out of sync, you know, out of the routine. And I will be planting a garden this year, so stay tuned for all that. I'm going to do my garden videos, which will be on my Sunshine Homemaker channel. I'll link that in the description below. So if you're a gardener, then stay tuned for that. Every step of the way, we're going to be planting together, starting seeds together. I'm in Florida, so I'm right here in this hot climate that gets lots of rain and have lots of bugs and lots of sun. So it's very much of a challenge. Okay, let's get some of these little scraps out of the way. Violet setter, put him over there. Okay, so now what do I want to put as the decoration on the front of this? So I'm using a map theme with the journal and then the cover. So I'm thinking I might go a little bit different on, you know, I don't want to come in now with cherries. Let's see, what was the back of this one? Okay, now see, this is where you could, now this is perfect. Perfect, what I was looking for. All right, I want something neutral. Go to your neutral corners. All right. I'm getting, you see the little bit of a, so this I cut off the top of a paper pack. Let me just take that little smidge off of there. Okay. And thank you for hanging out with me today and crafting with me. Really appreciate you being here with me, learning from me and commenting and letting me know that you were here. I appreciate all the likes as well. Welcome to all my new subscribers. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so I'm going to leave this scalloped edge, I'm thinking, but that might hinder what goes in the pockets. I don't know. A hidden paper clip, I think I should be able to still get a hidden paper clip on there pretty easily. All right, so I'm not going to need all of this. All right, so this plain part right here, let me just go ahead and trim that off. So let me decide how far up I'm going to fold it. About right there. Just an estimation of a ballpark amount. Okay, and I'm also thinking, instead of cutting it and making two separate smaller pockets, it just occurred to me, why don't I just leave it like this, and then it can fold here when I close it, but then that will allow me to get something whiter in there. So let's just go ahead and trim this bottom piece off, and that's a perfect little smidgen for something else. Okay. All right. Yep, I think I like that better. So I will just glue this into place, and then I will fold it. That corner needs to be trimmed off. It's a little bit long. Okay, that's better. And again, do we want to round the corners? I don't know. Doesn't really matter down here. I don't really care. It looks pretty like that too, upside down. Okay, so now if I round the corners, and of course you want to do this before you glue it down. A little scrap. app is just giving me a hard time. Yeah, I had it upside down. Okay. All right, so do we want it this way or do we want it this way? It really doesn't matter. But I just keep having the feeling that that's gonna, well, it's catching on this. All right, so we're gonna have to cover that up with something. You're not gonna get into, okay. So if I put it like this, and I put this like this, then I come along to try to put something in. Okay. Okay, so now I can see why I might need to do a double pocket. So I'm thinking now, okay, I'll put this down as the base. And then I'll put a pocket here. This will be the base. All right. Just going with the flow today. So tomorrow we're going to be decorating composition books. We did that last month. And then we are going to also do some cards. So whatever you have on your agenda, feel free to bring it along. So, and if you didn't make it last month, I hope you can make it this month. Again, just check your emails. And you know if you are on the list. Okay, so now this is going to be, all right, and now we're going to come here with another pocket. Okay, this is what we're going to do. Okay, do I want more of the yellow coming in on it? Or do I want to keep it more neutral like this? I think I'm going to keep it neutral like this. I like that. All right, so we're going to come here, and we're going to come here. Okay, and we're going to just trim it. Right about there. Good. And we're going to round all the corners. Okay, and also I wanted to give a shout out to one of my new friends on Instagram, Michaela Wood, and check her out. I'll put her in the description below as well. And she is excellent on mental health coach, so it's really been beneficial, and it just helps you to deal with past, present, and future anticipated stresses or issues that you're, anxiety, all those kind of a thing. And I usually do pretty good. I've never done anything like this before. I mean, I've gotten a few, books from, well-trained doctors, psychiatrists, that kind of a thing, to deal with anxiety and those thoughts, those kind of things that we have a tendency toward, but how to get rid of those finally. And that's what she does in her course, and it was really, really wonderful. I'm really enjoying it. So it's a daily ongoing thing if you need, help with that. And so since everybody is dealing with the stresses that the COVID has brought onto us, and then continuing, this is going to be the new normal for our life, is dealing with these kind of things. So it's really very important to get a handle on your mental health. So that's why I signed up, because I knew I have stresses with like going to the dentist and, stuff like that. And it may seem like, but who out there loves to go to the dentist? Nobody. I've never read a review that said, oh, I just love going to the dentist. No. So, needless to say, I needed some help. Anyway, all right, so now, this is cute. I like this. Not that I'm going to do the double, but I like the one. That's cute. So I can put this one on this side, Put something else over on that side. That's looking cute. I like that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this as a guide. Fold this under. And I can tear it right on that fold line, and then I get that nice torn edge look that we all love. Okay, and then I can do the same thing with the sides. Just come down here, tear a little bit off of that side, and tear a little bit off of this side. And since it has that nice edge anyway, and if you're a gardener, then head on over to my Instagram and you can share what you love, if you garden and what you're going to plant, and find out what I'm planting and all that kind of stuff. I'm almost liking the fact that I like the two images. I don't know why, but I like it. I'm wondering too, do I have some seashell stamps? I was just thinking about the fact that since I have this washi tape that's seashells, it's just because I'm just thinking, cute little chickadee just came to the bird feeder. All right, so let me put this down here. Snip that off. All right, and okay, this is going to be glued into place. Take that off. And see, the beautiful thing about the washi tape also is that because it doesn't stick good, you can just take it right off until you know what you want to do. Since I'm just thinking here, I don't know what I want to do yet. That's what I'm saying. And this here, before I start gluing it into place, I'm looking at it. Okay, first thing I can determine is that it needs inking. So let's get the ink out. Okay, we're using the antique linen and walnut vintage photo. I'm looking at the walnut stain was next to it. Okay, so I put a little bit of the antique linen first, and then I go to the vintage photo. Because the vintage photo is too much, and the antique linen is not enough. So mixing the two is perfect in my book. Wanting to get rid of some of that stark whiteness. Okay. All right. I'm almost leaning toward kind of like doing a snippet roll. That's what keeps coming to my mind. Let's make that a snippet roll of just layering things on top. And generally when we do that, then you know what that means, right? Sewing machine. All right, so put that there. Just again, using scraps. Whatever's on the desk is what's going on. So that's why I grabbed the doily. See, does it look better upside down? Kind of like that. Tape just fell. All right. Where else should we go with this? Oh, what do we got here? Oh, a piece of cheesecloth. Oh no, that's on. Yeah. Okay, I made these one day. That could be a pocket here, or I could put one of these on the front. So either way, it's cute. Certainly can't go in the middle, because we're going to fold it. Again, I'm just playing around with what I have. These are stickers. They look like they're on cardstock, but they're not. They're just a sticker. And I also have this tag. So if I put a tag in there, these tags here. Just playing with what might go in the pockets. So those are cute. And I have a larger, like this larger one here, could go on the front. So that's a possibility. Or this one is even larger. So I'll just play around with these and see if any of those go with what I have going on the front. This one looks like it might. So just wanted to show you those. Those are really cute. We'll make these one day. Okay, now, so take the tags back out. Move these off. Not sure I'm really liking this going on down here. This is okay. I just don't care for the doily. It just doesn't seem to go with what I got going on. All right, and now let me see. Where was that piece that had the map on it? Look on both sides because I don't remember what's on the other side. Okay. This is not the cherry. Let's see. Okay, here it was. Okay, so I don't know if cutting some of that off, if that would look all right on there. Doesn't look like it would. Again, that. All right, so I'm going to use this little bit of a border here. This little bit of a border here. going with the flow, like I said. It's just one of those projects. I hate the fact that the S has been cut off. He's been decapitated. That's the same paper, so I don't want to put him on. Oh, let's see here. Let's see what we have here. You know what? I'm going to glue him down. I'm tired of him moving all over the place. And then that way I can start thinking more about what to put around it. There. Hold you in place. Okay. And now let's see which we want to do. Where did I have it? Okay, so now this, I could either put him up here and then this one over here. Trim that piece off. We don't need that. Trash. Okay, now I have I'm not gluing this one down yet in case I decide I want to stitch any of this. I might just want to go around the edge. Alright, so that would look good there, but we're going to have to do something because obviously... Alright, so let's glue these two pieces in place up here. And I'm thinking they just need to be trimmed a smidge. Where's the wax paper? Everything is sticking to it. Okay. I'm sitting here with a long sleeve shirt on and I'm getting ready to have to peel it. Okay. Right up against that edge, and I'm gonna go ahead. Well, let's go ahead. All right. I'll leave that little scallop peeking out the top. Yeah, see, where's the fold? Okay. Just making sure it's not gonna, but it needs to be trimmed just a wee bit. Now we're good. Anything you attach, you want to make sure you're not going across the fold line so that it will fold properly. Don't want to ruin your project. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to do it this way. Try to see if I can get lined up with the how much I left of that edge on that side. Okay, we're good. It's all good. All right. It's taking shape. Slowly but surely. Maybe. Not sure yet. Maybe we'll come in here and do something on the ends. Okay, I like that. Yes, I think that looks good. Okay. And then I'll just trim off around it. That's straight. Okay. Let's glue him in place. just a wee bit so that I can see that inked edge. I like that. Okay. Same thing on this end. Now I can turn it over and trim off right around the edge. It really wasn't a whole lot that needed to be trimmed. Okay, that looks better. I like that now. Very simple. If you've ever been to Florida or been to a historical place to tour, this is what this is reminding me of. It. I don't know why, but it just kind of just feels that way. All right, so now that we already glued in the other piece, so now we get to glue this piece. All right, so we're going to glue this edge, the bottom, and this edge. If I wouldn't have glued the other piece down already, I would have taken it to the sewing machine, stitched it, but that's okay. Like I said, not everybody has a sewing machine, so once in a great while, I need to just craft for you guys so that you can see me just gluing everything. And again, the reason why I left it like this is one large pocket so that I could get more things in the pocket. All right, so let's line it up. I'm going to hold it because it will slide on you and then it won't wind up where you want it, just like it just did. Oh, this looks so nice. Can you see that? See that little bit of an edge? How nice that looks. It gives it that aged vintage look. Just love it. Now we have a nice big pocket. So I don't have to put some little tiny, something in there. So that allows me to, of course, this side will be, my guide, but then I can come as far and as close over here as I want because it's not going to be glued. So that is perfect. So now I'm going to go ahead carefully. I'm going to hold this and let's not do that. It's going to make it, I'll wait, I'll let it glue. Getting so excited on me. All right, just turn it over this way. Now let's start embellishing the front of that. Okay, so we have that, which I think I'm going to round that if I wind up using it. Nope. Okay, so we either do this one or we do this one. What does that say? Oh, currently, couldn't read that cursive. I like that. So I'll either make a brand new one but I'm trying to use what's on the desk. that one, but it's just so small. What do you think? And then, where did they go? Doilies. Where did I put the doily? There it is. Okay. Whew. All right. Okay, so I could come in with just this part of the doily and put him behind it. Let's do that. And since I'm going to do that, let's go over to the one that's already got a piece missing. And we're just going to cut all the little edges. This is not as easy as you would think. But it's going to leave a cool look with the little prongs like sticking off of the edge. So I'm liking that. Now that nice piece can be used for something else. All right, so this can come here, this can come here. All right, so now it looks better, you see, because this was just too small. But I love all the colors going on here. It's perfect. I'll even this up. Okay, so now the only thing we need to do is ink all of this up. Use the same two that I did a minute ago. Okay, where's that larger piece of wax paper? I don't know. He's hiding somewhere, so we're going to just slide this up here. We're just going to start getting rid of that white. And this paper doily is extremely thin and fragile, so be careful when you're inking it. Don't go being rough with it. You want to be very, very light pressure. And that's why you lay it down when you're inking it. Just coming down more and more and more as I go around. You may not be able to see that progression, but as it gets filled in, you'll see it. And the nice texture is being able to show much, much better. Looks pretty good. Around the edges one more time, just get a little bit more of that white off. Okay, bring that there, bring this here. Ah, yes, very nice. Okay, it needs some more love. All right, now we have this tag here that says Love, Wish, Dream, which I think I like that because it's not going to overpower it. You see, that one's just way not the right one. So this one I think is going to be the one we're going to go with in here. Okay, so we got that much figured out. Okay, does it need anything else, or are we just going to leave it really simple like this? Do we need to go around the edge with anything else? Oh, let's see. I have to stretch for a minute. Oh, the back. The back. Okay, so when the back starts screaming at me like this, that means it's time to go. So I'm going to finish it up here, and then I will come back in part 2, and we will show you how I embellished the rest of it. Okay? So thank you for being here with me today, and I hope you have a great day. I hope you have fun making this project as much as I did, and that you'll tune in with me the next video as we do part 2 of finishing up embellishing, and then when we reach 400, so please invite and share my video on your social media. That helps me grow faster. And have a great day and keep creating in the sunshine. Bye-bye.